in a vast kingdom called Cordian, ruled by the mighty King Azeron. An edict was issued that would test the courage of every soul in the land. King Azeron had recently conquered many nations, and to unite his empire under one religion, he commissioned a colossal golden statue, a towering figure that shimmered in the sunlight, a symbol of his power and authority. The king decreed that on the day of the statue's unveiling, every subject in the kingdom, nobles, merchants, laborers, and foreigners, must bow down in worship when the royal orchestra played. Anyone who refused would be cast alive into the furnace of desolation, a massive furnace fueled with endless firewood, to ensure it burned hotter than any forge in the land. Among the king's administrators were three young men from a foreign land, Jaziah, Michael, and Eben. They were captives from Lyrith, a small but devout nation that worshipped the one true God, whom they called El Elyon. Despite their captivity, they had risen to prominence in Cordian because of their wisdom, integrity, and the blessings of their God. However, their faithfulness to El Elyon made them steadfast in their refusal to bow to any other god. As the day of the unveiling approached, Jaziah, Michael, and Eben felt the weight of the king's decree pressing upon their hearts. They knew that to bow before the statue would be to betray their faith, yet they also knew the cost of defiance. In a private conversation, Jaziah spoke, "My brothers, we must decide now what we will do. To bow is to preserve our lives, but at what cost? If we abandon our God, what value does our life hold?" Michael nodded solemnly. A man's life is not measured by his years or achievements, but by his unwavering commitment to what is right. If we separate our values from our lives, we may survive today, but we will live as empty shells, dishonored before God. Eben added, "Let us remember, our lives and our value are one. To sacrifice our faith for survival is to lose everything. We must stand firm, trusting that El Elyon will sustain us, whether in life or in death." On the day of the unveiling, thousands gathered in the king's courtyard, an awe-inspiring spectacle of gold, music, and power. When the royal orchestra began to play, a sea of people fell to their knees, bowing before the statue. But amidst the throng, three figures remained standing. Jaziah, Michael, and Eben stood tall, their eyes lifted to the heavens, their hearts steady with faith. Their defiance was quickly reported to the king, who summoned them in a rage. "Is it true," thundered King Azeron, "that you refuse to bow to my statue? Do you not understand that your lives are forfeit if you defy me? I will give you one more chance. Bow when the music plays, and your lives will be spared. But if you refuse, you will be cast into the furnace of desolation. What god can save you from my hand?" "O king, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us. But even if he does not, we want you to know that we will not bow to your image or worship your gods." Enraged, the king ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual. The guards who bound the 3 men and carried them to the furnace were overcome by the heat and perished as they approached the blazing inferno. Jaziah, Michael, and Eben were thrown into the flames, bound and defenseless. But as the king and his court watched, something extraordinary happened. Instead of being consumed, the 3 men walked freely in the fire, and there was a 4th figure with them, radiant and otherworldly, whose presence was unmistakably divine. "Their God has delivered them," cried the king in astonishment. He approached the furnace and called out, "Servants of the Most High God, come out." The 3 men emerged unharmed, not even the smell of smoke clinging to their clothes. King Azeron, humbled and shaken, declared, "Blessed be the God of Jaziah, Michael, and Eben. No other god can save in this way." The story of Josiah, Michael, and Eben is a testament to the truth that a man's value and his life are one. These men understood that preserving their lives at the cost of their faith would render their existence meaningless. By standing firm, they found a life of eternal significance, one that transcended fear and human power. Their actions challenge us today. Are we bowing to the golden images of our time, compromising our values for security, success, or acceptance? Do we trust that standing firm on what is right, even when it costs us, leads to a life of true purpose and meaning? The lives of Josiah, Michael, and Eben remind us that when men prioritize their values over survival, they not only honor their Creator, but also discover a life that no fire can destroy. As you reflect on their story, ask yourself, what golden image in your life demands your compromise? Will you stand firm, knowing that true life is found in faithfulness to your values and your God? The choice is yours. But remember this, to preserve your life at the cost of your values is to lose everything, but to live with integrity is to truly live.